given up on like intros to my videos just because I don't feel like being like, hi guys.
I don't like to be like, hi guys, so da-da-da-da. Yes, I did that. And you would do it too for a check. I was an employee. And I was going to get employee of the month. And that's on period. So yeah.
So I'm just gonna go straight in saying this is my 10th update for my rolling eyeshadow project pan. If you're new here, this is a project where I choose 10 eyeshadows to hit a goal on, and once I hit that goal, then I roll a new eyeshadow in. And that's pretty much all the rules. I mean, I can always twist the rules because I made this project, but this is the 10th update. I actually did double check because I feel like last time I said the wrong number because I didn't know what update it was, because I don't know how time works, especially this year. So let's just get straight into the first palette that I'm working on. I say palette, but really these are all like repressed or Franken shades in this palette I just use because it's compact. About half of the shades I'm working on are in here, so I will show a picture of what it looked like last month compared to this month, and then I'll talk about numbers and what my thoughts are. I always see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Okay, what am I doing? So, as you can see, some, I think, exciting progress. I think I hit all my goals. I didn't make very intense goals or just specific goals because I wasn't feeling super confident last time. And I really underestimated myself. So for this first shade, my goal was to hit side pan on it. And I hit pan on every single side, so that's pretty exciting. There's still a tiny bit of product on each side, so it shouldn't be too hard to finish it by next month. But I did use it 8 times this month. I did not wear makeup every single day. This next shade, I think my goal was just to expand the pan, which I definitely did, but if I want to finish it by the end of the year, I gotta, focus a little harder on it. I only used this 5 times in the past month, but at least I used it. I made some progress, but I would definitely like to focus more on it next month. And this next one, I only used 3 times. Is anyone surprised? That hasn't been a focus. One of those days is today. I just use it to deepen the look a tiny bit, but this isn't a priority. I'm not gonna be able to finish it by the end of the year. There are other ones that I want to prioritize to finish before this. Now this one, I'm really proud of myself for the progress. I had pan last time, but I made significant expansion. Actually, for some reason it looks like a little ghost boy. Is it just me? Casper? Is that you? I don't know why I think it looks like a little ghost boy. I used this 7 times within the past month, so I'd say that's pretty good, and many of those times was using it as a deepener shade, not as a liner a ton. I did some smokier looks, and then this next one, which is the last one I'm working on within this palette, oh my gosh, I totally forgot. I finished an eyeshadow. I did? Yeah, I did. Wow, that was a moment. So I had a shadow that was in here. My goal was to finish half of it or something. I finished it. It was this almost olive undertoned, kind of muted goldish champagne-y shade. It wasn't my favorite in terms of formula or just color, but I did use it. I used it as kind of a blush topper shade to make things kind of bronzy. Yeah, it was fine. I used it 6 times in the past month, but again, some of those times it was on the lid and on the brow bone and on the cheeks. Anyways, moving on to the green, because my brain, I don't know where it is. I think my goal was to finish up this side, and I did. So yes, I also did a bit more than that. I kind of cleared out this space here. I used it 5 times in the past month, including today. I used it on my lower lash line, but I don't know how well you can tell. I like the shade. I was getting a bit tired of just the same shades, but also just getting tired in general, in my life, so it probably just translated over to my painting. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the progress I made on this specific palette this month. Now moving on to the second palette that eyeshadow I'm working on. It is this little number 7 trio that no longer is sold. One of the shades is number 7. One of them was just repressed into here for the sake of convenience. I just realized I could repress it into the other palette, but I'd rather just, that's too much effort right now. So I'll put up a picture of what it looked like last month compared to this month. So I'm pretty proud of my progress I made. I'm trying to remember what my goal was for this shade, which is the original like shade from this palette, and I'm not sure, but I definitely used it a significant amount. I used it 6 times, including today, which it's in my crease, and I'm really enjoying this just simple look. Yeah, I definitely like went in this way. It's kind of just been wearing down interestingly. I kind of was flattening out this area just because it's kind of hard to get my brush in there, but I don't feel like repressing it. Again, I'm lazy. So yeah, my goal for this blue was just to expand the pan. I used it 4 times and I feel like I expanded it pretty significantly. Last time it was pretty small, so yeah, pretty happy with that. Now the next 2 shadows are ones that I depotted and put into this little makeshift magnetic palette. And they are both originally from the Wet n Wild Rosé in the Air palette. They're not in the original pans because those pans in the Wet n Wild palette are not magnetic. But anyways, I rolled them in last month, which feels so long ago. But I will put up pictures of what it looked like last month compared to this month. So, pretty significant progress if I do say so myself. I'm pretty sure my goal is just to like get some use on them because, you know, I just rolled them in. I didn't realize I was gonna hit so much pan, but I'm not mad. So this first one is this deep brick red shade. I really, really like it. I learned that I was able to use it in cool toned and warm toned looks, but I thought this was a really nice shade to incorporate for fall. I used it 6 times. A lot of reddish, brownish looks this month. And I worked this into some mauve looks as well, so yeah. Now this next one is my most used shade from this past month. I've used it 11 times. I feel like that is very evident within the progress I made. I made the pan even larger than the other one, and yeah, it's a pretty significant dip. I would say that it's more focused in this area and I didn't evenly flatten it out, but that makes sense because I typically used it as a deepener shade in a lot of looks, just to like add a little bit of smokiness, or like today I used it as an eyeliner. So those are mostly what I used. I think once or twice I might have used this as like a crease shade for a really deep look, but most of the time it was just to deepen things in the outer edges of my eye. I'm really proud of the progress I made with this. I never thought I'd be someone who would like use up a dark brown. I don't know, I've gone through different phases, but I feel like I was always leaning towards lighter looks, so the fact that my pale self is using up this dark brown like it's her job, it's kind of bizarre for me, but I actually am kind of liking having like these smoky looks, having a deep brown and then like a black eyeliner. Crazy, right? Anyways, since I did finish up that one shade that I totally forgot to talk about at first, I'm rolling in a new shadow. It is this little Franken shade that I made back in April. Surprise, surprise. There's not a ton left in here, that's why I thought I would be able to finish it by the end of the year. As you can see, it is a taupey purplish shade, so I think it could work really well with the shadows that I already have within this project. I was finding that I didn't have a ton of like lid shades, especially after I finished that kind of goldish shade. I was like, my lid shades are blue and green. Okay, so it'll be nice to have a more neutral one. With that said, let's move on to my goals for next month. Now, I definitely want to finish up this little brown shade. That should not be hard. As for this, I really need to start kicking into gear. I would definitely want to clear out this little sliver up here, and if I can, also clear out this side, but it'll probably be at least clear out this sliver, hit pan on the other side as well. But hopefully more progress because I'm running out of time and I need to finish that before the end of the year, at least in my brain. Not gonna make a goal on this, again, not my focus. I wanna finish everything above this section, so like all of these edges, basically take away the little ghost boy, sad tear. But yeah, I wanna finish this up and have just this part left by next time. And as for the green, maybe just use half of what's in here. I think that's doable. I have some up here and just maybe like around this area, having just half of the pan empty. Sure. For these, again, I'm not sure what exactly I want, but I guess I'll say half of this as well. It's a little hard the way my brush fits into it just to know like what half is, but you know, half, we'll just say that. As for this blue, should I just say half again? Just like this side cleared out? Is that possible? I don't know, but I can try. I can certainly try. As for these two, I don't think I want to make a specific goal just because I don't expect to finish them by the end of the year. I just want to expand the pans so that they're noticeable. And as for this new shade, I would like to hit pan on it. It's thickest in the center, so I'd like to definitely wear that down so that the next time it would be really easy to complete it. So yeah, I should be able to have at least one empty next month. I don't think I'll have any more than that, but we will see. Overall, I'm feeling pretty good about my progress. I'm hoping that I can definitely finish a lot of these shades by the end of the year. I hope that you enjoyed. Let me know if you are also painting eyeshadows. I would love to, you know, see your progress and stuff and talk about it. And let me know how you are doing on whatever eyeshadow project you are working on. I would love to hear, and I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you have an amazing day. Bye!